Hi, I'm Karthik and Rannan. I'm the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
Hi, I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
The journey was great. Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon all. So welcome to day 4. Let me share the screen. Okay, good. So today we are going to focus on advanced Power BI techniques. Somebody confirm, is audio fine? Am I audible? Please confirm. Amar, am I audible?
Yes,
Okay.
you're audible.
Okay, good, good. Okay. So let's start with the day 4. Today we will try to get into more details for data models and the DAX, that is data analysis expression. And also, we will try to create one interactive dashboard. I have already shared the data set, so I hope you have downloaded the same. So use the chat box if there are any doubts. So let's continue. So we will start with revision. We will revise few important points from the previous day, and then we will go for the today's concept. So dear all, now you should be very clear regarding the business intelligence, business analytics, and the data analytics. As I mentioned, in the business intelligence, we will focus on historical data and the current data to improve the business operations, and we will try to get the actionable insights. What are the important business intelligence tools? Power BI tab. Power BI we are learning. Then the business analytics looks more into the future. So we will try to focus on predictive and the prescriptive analysis. So it will help us to get a decision which are going to help us in the future. Then what about the data analytics? Data analytics is a broader field which involves business and the non-business applications also. And we should know this difference because we will be in better position to select the tools. We will be in better position to select the approach in order to analyze the data. Then the next one, we have discussed that Power BI is a data visualization or the business intelligence tool, which is developed by Microsoft. We can import different types of data sources in Power BI, and we can create the interactive dashboard. We will able to get the insights, and we can create the interactive dashboard, which we can use in order to communicate the business information to the relevant stakeholders. Then the next one, what are the different Power BI offerings? So there are three important Power BI offerings, that is Power BI Desktop, Power BI Service, and the Power BI Mobile. Power BI Desktop is free, which we can use in order to import, analyze, and create the report. So we are discussing the Power BI in detail. The online or the cloud service base is a Power BI service, which can be used in order to share the reports with the different stakeholders. And the good thing is that we can use the mobile app also, Power BI Mobile, in order to access the reports. Our main focus is on Power BI Desktop. Then we have discussed regarding the Power BI Desktop architecture. What do you mean by the architecture? How the different components combine in order to give us the insights or to give us the interactive reports. It starts with the data source. So there are hundreds of data sources which are supported by the Power BI. We will connect to data source, we will import the data. Then the data will be clean, analyzed, and the actionable insights we will be able to get by creating the report in Power BI Desktop. Once the report is created, it will be published to the Power BI service. From the Power BI service, different users can get the reports. They can access the report. So the main function of Power BI service is sharing and the collaboration. Then let's say if a customer is having the data source on premises. So how the data can be sent to the Power BI cloud? For that, we have a Power BI gateway. So Power BI gateway acts as a bridge, which is going to transfer the data securely to the Power BI cloud. Then the last one, Power BI mobile. So if the reports are created, reports are published, those reports can be accessed in the mobile also. And there is a mobile view also because please mute. So we have a mobile view also because on the mobile we should have a so we should able to see the reports clearly or we should able to get the insights. So we have a mobile view for that also. Okay. So this is regarding the Power BI desktop architecture. So what will be the flow? Data source, Power BI desktop. Then we are going to publish to the Power BI service. And from the Power BI service, the reports can be accessed. Let's go to the next one. The fundamental concepts of Power BI. We have already discussed this. I will be more focusing on DAX and the data model. DAX, that is a data analysis expression. It is a formula library which we can use in order to create the calculated and the measure fields. So you will find different formulas or the different mathematical expressions in DAX. It is similar to the Excel, but it is more powerful than Excel because you will able to analyze the complex data, large amount of data using the DAX. As I mentioned, we will be mainly focusing on DAX and data model. So data model help us to build the relationship between the different tables. So let's go to the next slide. This we have already discussed in yesterday's session. Let me focus on data modeling and the DAX, that is a DAX, data analysis expression. First, data model. Data modeling will enable us to design and build a model or to create a relationship between the different tables. We can consider this similar to the blueprint for a database. Now, why it is necessary to create a relationship? Because we can easily explore the data, we will able to get the desired outputs if we create the relations. Now, let's take an example in order to understand the data modeling. Let's say we have a online bookstore. We have online bookstore, and we will see how the data model can help us in order to manage the online bookstore. So let's consider the three different categories. We have a books, customers, and the orders. So in the books section, what are the attributes, different attributes we can have? So we can store the books by book ID, title, author, categories, and the price. Then in the customers, we can have a customer ID, name, email, and the address. In the orders, we can have transactions, including order ID, customer ID, order date, and the total price. Now, how data model will help us in order to manage this data? So we can create the relationship. What are the different types of relationships? One to many, or many to one. Like if you consider customers to order. So a single customer can order different types of books. So the relationship will be one to many. Orders to book. So we can consider that uh, for different, like if you consider a single book, it can be ordered by different persons. So it will be one to many. So how these relationships are going to help us? These relationships will help us in order to track the inventory, in order to track the different customers and the transactions. So similarly, in Power BI, we have a data model which will help us to create the relationships. Then what kind of relationship model we are going to use? Before that, let me explain types of relationships, and then I'm going to explain what type of model we are going to use. So we can have one-to-one relation. Like if you consider the employee table. So employee ID, it will be unique, one-to-one. For a particular employee, the employee ID will be unique. So it will be one-to-one. Then one-to-many. You can consider this, let's say we have an online shopping website. So a single person can order different products. So the relationship will be one-to-many. Single person can order different orders. So the relationship will be one-to-many. Then we have many-to-one. So many-to-one means different objects are related to a single entity. So that comes under the many-to-one. Once we understood the different types of relations, it will be easy for us to analyze the data. It will easy for us to get the actionable insights. We will be in a position to apply the different DAX functions also, if the data model is correct. And please note, what are the best practices for data model? Your data model should be simple, and you should know how you are going to connect one table to the other table. So I'm going to share that. Let's go to the next slide. Just a minute. So in the data model, I have explained that we can create the relationship between the different tables. What type of relationship we can have? One-to-one, one-to-many, and the many-to-one. Is there any question for data modeling? We are going to see practically also, but before I go to the next slide, is there any doubt for data model? Please use the chat box in order to share the doubts. Okay, no problem. There is no doubt. Let's move to the next slide. Now the data analysis expression. So as I mentioned, we will be more focusing on data modeling and the data analysis expression. Now, what is the data analysis expression? Library where you will observe different types of functions, operators, constant. These are used in order to create the calculated and the measure fields. So when we are going to work with the DAX, you will come across two types of calculations. One is the calculated column. In yesterday's session, we have discussed calculated column is a row by row calculation. It will create a new column in which you will have the row by row calculation. It is a static in nature. Once you refresh the data, then only it is going to change. Whereas measure, it is an aggregation or the summation. And measure is going to be dynamic in nature. So if you refresh the data or the change the data, or if you apply the filter or slicers, then the measure is going to change. Calculated column, static in nature, measure is dynamic in nature. And in the DAX, whatever the function, operator, or constant you will find, so those will be used in order to create calculated column or the measures. Let me give you some examples for DAX. So three simple examples I have shared here. The first one is the sum. Calculate the total sales. So what is the DAX expression? Total sales is equal to sum of sales amount. Then subtraction. calculate profit by subtracting cost from sales. So this is the simple DAX expression. Then we have a related function. If you want to fetch the data from the another table, so we can use the DAX function or the DAX expression that is a related. Now you will be thinking that these all are present in Excel. Please note these are very basic. If you try to go into more details, you will find more number of DAX functions in the Power BI. So initially I have shared only simple. So we have discussed sum, we have discussed subtraction, and if I want to get the data from the another table, we will use the related. Okay, then the one more important point, this we have discussed. So I thought of revising this also. How we are going to select the best visualization in Power BI? Because if you remember, there are different, like bar chart is there, column chart is there, bubble chart is there, and other different visualizations are available. So how to select the best one?
Maya. Thank you.
If there is a categorical data, we are going to use bar chart, column chart, and the pie chart. Please note, in order to compare the data, if the categorical data is available, you will go for bar chart, column chart, pie chart. Where these options are available? These options are available in the visualization. If you want to compare the data which is changing over a time, then you will go for line charts or the area charts. If we have a part to whole relationships, like we can take the example of products contribution to total sales. So go for pie chart, tree maps, stack bar, or the column chart. Then in order to show the distribution, you can use histograms, box plots. Then the correlation, use the scatter plot or the bubble charts. So in today's session, we will be mainly focusing on categorical data and the train analysis. These two we are going to focus. Okay, now let's go for a case study. So today we are going to have hands-on also. I hope you all have downloaded the data. Somebody confirm whether the Excel data is available with all of you. So let me explain the scenario. Should I paste in the chat box? Let me see. Okay, just a minute. Hold on, just a minute. Amar, is it possible to paste the data in the chat box? I don't think so. The file is big in size. Please try. Okay, let's focus on the case study. What is the case study we have? ABC cookie company is there. The growth and the expansion strategy. We are going to focus on growth and expansion strategy. So ABC cookie company, active in 5 US states, is facing the fluctuating sales growth. And as a business analytics professional, we are going to develop the strategies to enhance sales, identify a city in order to open the new branch. So what we are going to do as a business analytics professional, we are going to analyze the data of ABC cookie company, and we will suggest the actions, so which is going to increase the sale. And also we are going to identify a city where company can open the next branch. So Excel data we have. In the Excel data, what is given to us? Cookie types are given. There is a orders table and there is a customer. So these three we are going to see. Next one, what are our objectives? You remember the step-by-step approach? First, we should be very clear what questions we want data should answer, or what are the objectives which we are trying to achieve. So what are the objectives here? Propose strategies to increase sales, which cookie to add or remove, expansion and growth strategies, where the company can open the new branch, or which cookie is performing good, which we need to remove, and we need to compare the sale also. So based on the objective, what are the different parameters given to us, or what are the objects and the variables? Focus on first in the cookie types. We have the first column as a cookie type, then revenue per cookie, that is same, cost per cookie. In the customers table, what we have? Customer ID, name, phone, address, city, state, then the postal code, country, and the notes. Then the third one is the orders. In the orders, we have a customer ID, order ID, product, unit sold, date. Now, please note, as per our objective, if you don't need the other columns, like if you don't need address, state, or the zip, then the notes, you can delete these columns. Why I mentioned this? Because you should know like what is the objective for which we are trying to create the report. If you delete the unnecessary columns, you will be in better position to analyze the data. Getting this point? Now let me share the Excel file. In the Excel, we will try to analyze the data, and step by step, we are going to create the report in the Power BI. So just a minute. Okay, we are good to go. Okay, these are the three files I have: cookie types, customers, and the orders. Let me open the first. Just a minute, it's taking some time. Hold on, there is some error. Just I need to reopen it. Oh, okay. Data we have. So what are the columns we have? Cookie type, revenue per cookie, and the cost per cookie. This is our first file, that is the cookie types. Then we have a second file, that is a customers. Because in organization, you will observe large amount of data. So here you are able to observe only three files. But when you are going to work in the organization, there will be large number of files. Okay, this is our customers table. Now in the customer table, customer ID, name, phone, address, city, state, zip code, country, and the notes are given. So I mentioned that the notes are not important, so we can delete that. Then we have one more. that is orders. So this is our orders table. In the order table, you have a customer ID, order ID, product, unit sold, and what is the date. So what we will do now, we will try to import these files in the Power BI, and we will have a step-by-step approach. First, we are going to check the data quality. So let's go to the Power BI. Please confirm whether you are able to see the Power BI desktop. And let's have this session interactive. You can use the chat box. So try to learn something new today. Okay, only one yes. Good. So where we will, which option we will choose? We will choose on get data. So click on get data and locate the file. Okay. So what type of file we have? Our file is Excel file. So you are going to select the Excel file, connect. So these are our files, cookie types, customers, and the order. So let's import the first file, that is the cookie types. Okay, now the navigator page will open. So there are two files we are able to see. Our file is a cookie types. If once you click on this, you will able to see the preview here. Select this, you will see the preview. So cookie type, revenue per cookie, cost per cookie. Now what are the options we have? There are three options. One is a load, transform, and the cancel. So we can go to the transform data. If you want to check the data quality, if you want to clean the data, or if you want to check for any missing values. So instead of load, what I will do, I will click on transform data because I want to check the data quality. So I will click on transform data. It will take us to Power Query Editor. So I will just refresh this. This will take us to the Power Query Editor. Now I want to import the other files also. So I will just click on New Source. In the Power Query Editor, there is option New Source. New Source, then you will go to Excel Workbook. Now we will import the second file, that is a customers. I will just select this. Okay. Now we are on the Power Query page. So we are going to add one by one. Refresh this. Then one more file we want to add. So Excel Workbook. That is the third file, that is the orders. In the orders, there are four files, but the file which we are looking for is orders. And how to confirm that? You will able to see the preview here. And then you click on OK. And click on refresh. Okay, now once the data is imported, what will be the first step? First step, you will go to view, check the data quality. So for each table, I'm going to check the data quality. So first I will click on column types, column distribution, column profile. One by one, we will see column distribution. So in the cookie type column, we have a six distinct and six unique values. Whereas in the revenue, there are five distinct. Whereas cost per cookie, six distinct values are there. Then you click on column profile. Then the next one, that is the column quality. Now, if there is any error in the data file, this percentage will not be zero. And if there are any empty values, this will also be not be zero. Getting this point? The first thing you will be doing, you will be checking the data quality. If there is any error, you will get a non-zero value. If there are any rows or the columns where data is not present, the empty percentage will also be non-zero. Now the same thing you repeat for customers. And then the order step. So we will check whether the data is valid, what is the error percentage, what is the empty percentage. And if there is a green bar is there. So green bar means the data is good. So there are no issue with the data. Understood this point? The first thing, check the data quality. Now, once the data quality is done, you just uncheck all these options, column distribution, column profile, column quality. Sir, can you show such file where the data... Okay, no problem. You want to see that? Okay, just let me delete all these files. I will give you one example. Just a minute, it's slow. I will give you one. I will try to share one example for this. Hold on. Just wait for some time. I think it is loading the data. So I have one file which I'm going to import in order to share how we can do the data clean. Okay. But first, let me remove these files. Okay, we will go to Get Data, Excel Workbook. Let me locate the data. And I will just open this file. I will try to load this. Directly click on Transform Data. Okay. Now this is the file. Let's check for this file. What is the column quality? I will go to View. I will click on Column Distribution, Column Profile, and the column quality. Okay, now observe here, the empty percentage is non-zero. That is a 12%. Why we are getting this? Because it is possible that in the table there will be some values missing. So let's cross-check the same. Why we are getting the 12%? Because the data valid percentage, if you observe, it's not 100%, it's only 88%. And if you observe here, it's not a green bar. Getting this point? Now, how to correct this data? So you just uncheck this and we will go to transform. Which file we are working? We are working on cookies type, cookie types. This file we are working. So you just go to transform now. So we will see how to make this data accurate. If you go to transform, now first observe this data. We have a table 1, table 2, table 3. Now, uh, instead of table, there should be a name. Each header is missing here. So the first task, we need to modify the header also. Then the second one, if you observe, in the row number 8, there is a null value. And please cross-check if this null value, is it a duplicate value or it's a unique one. So how you can cross-check the same? You can use the remove duplicates option. So step by step, I will explain. First thing, what we will do, we will go from start. Use the first row as a header. Why we are using this? Because there are no names given for the each column. So you just click on this, use first row as a header. Whatever the actions we are going to perform, you will be able to see those actions on the applied steps, which is on the right hand side. On this side, you will be able to see the steps. So I will just click on use first row as a header. Okay, good. Now the first row is deleted. We have atoms, we have a revenue per cookie, we have a cost per cookie. Now, cross-check the data types for each. So the first one, it should be text. So you just click on this, you will be able to see the data type here. Because we are able to see here, it's a text. But along with the text, there are numbers given. So we will try to solve that problem. Then second one, these are numbers. So you are able to see the data type as a whole number. Third one, this is a decimal value. So data type is also decimal number. Understood this? We are exploring options which are given in the transform. Okay, next thing. Now, how to remove this null value? You can remove, you can use remove duplicates option, or you can delete the last row. So how we are going to delete it? You go to home. In the home, there are two options: remove columns. No, we don't want to use remove columns. We want to use remove rows. Remove duplicates or the remove rows you are going to use. So which row we want to delete? We want to delete the last row. So you click on remove rows, remove bottom rows. You need to give the number also. So how many rows I want to remove? I just want to remove one row. So I will just click on OK. Now that row is deleted. Now one more task is left. In the atoms column, these are along with the cookie name, the numbers are given. So I just want to remove these numbers. So how you can remove these numbers? Again, you go to transform. There is a one option split column. It is similar to text to column, which was present in the Excel. So what I will do, I will click on split column. So we will use split column in order to separate those numbers. So you click on this by delimiter. So now there are three options. So select or enter a delimiter. So we will use space, split at. How you want to split? I don't want 12, 23, 45, 56, 78, 56. So there are three options: leftmost, rightmost, or each occurrence of the delimiter. Delimiter. So tell me which one you are going to use. We have a three options: leftmost, rightmost, and each occurrence. So which option we are going to use? Anybody? What we are trying to do here, we are trying to separate the cookie name and the numbers. Rightmost. Very good. That's the correct answer. Rightmost. You click on rightmost. Okay. Now we got the atoms 1, atoms 2. This column we don't need. So you just click on this, then right click, remove. And for this, these are cookie names. So what I will do, I will just double click on this and I will name this as a cookie type. And you click outside. That's it. Okay, we are done with this. Now let's check the data quality one more time. Whatever actions we have performed, let's check whether the data is accurate now. You again go to view, click on column distribution, click on column profile, click on column quality. Now you will able to see the valid percentage is 100, 100, 100. Understood this? So these are the different options in Power Query Editor, which will help us to clean the data. Getting this point? Any doubts? And once this is done, you can uncheck these options. And I will delete this file because I don't want this. So I'm going to delete this file. Okay, then these are our initial files: cookie types, customers, and the orders. So whatever steps we have performed for cleaning the data, same steps you can perform for cookie types, customers, and the orders. Once the data cleaning is done and all the modifications are done, so what you can do, you can just click on close and apply. Because we want to exit from the Power Query Editor. So how we can exit from the Power Query Editor? You will click on close and apply. So I will just click on here, apply changes. Okay, so it will show how many rows are uploaded or how many files are uploaded. Understood this? Now the data cleaning and the data preparation is done. Now we will go to, please mute. If there is a doubt, then only if there is a doubt, please share on the chat box. Okay. Okay. Now this is done. Data cleaning and the preparation is done. Now we will go to the data modeling. But before that, let me explain the concept, and then again we will come back to the Power BI. So what is our approach? We are going to prepare the data, model data, analyze, visualize, and manage. So this is the simple approach we are going to follow. Prepare, model, analyze, visualize, and then manage. So let's go to the next slide. So this we have done. import data, that is three files we have imported. Then we have discussed in the Power Query Editor. The first step is the column profile. Why column profile is important? Because it will help us to understand the nature and the quality of data. If we don't do it, if there is any error, then we will not able to get the desired results. Then these are the recommended actions. So cross-check if there is a proper name for each header, cross-check the data types. Then if there is any values in the column, that is the text and number is there, use the delimiter. And then again, after performing all these steps, you can cross-check the column profile or the column data. Now let's focus on how to design the model. We are going to use the star schema model in order to prepare a data model. So what we will do? We need to identify the key relationships. So when I say key relationships, we need to see how each table is related with the other table. We have three tables: cookie type, customers, and the orders. In these three tables, we will try to identify what is our primary key, what is our foreign key. But before we discuss primary and foreign key, let's discuss what is meant by the fact and the dimension. Okay. What is meant by the fact table and the dimension table? Fact means a table in which you will observe the numerical data. So what kind of numerical data we have in the orders table? How much is the sale? Or what are the transactions done? That is our fact table. Fact table should be at the center. Then what are the dimension? What is meant by the dimension table? These are the attributes. So what kind of attributes we can have? Customer ID, order ID. These are the attributes present in the table, descriptive details. In a simple way, we can say that fact table shows what happened, that is sales amount, whereas dimension table explains who, what, when, where. And when we are going to use the star schema model, fact table should be at the center and the dimension table should be related, which are outside. Why it is called as a star schema? Because you will able to see it resembles the diamond. It resembles the diamond. And for today's case study, you will get the data model like this. So how you will get a data model like this? Let me explain. First thing we will do, we will identify the primary key. Primary key means we have discussed this example that if the employee ID is there, so it will be unique for each employee. So that can be considered as a primary key. Whereas the foreign key, the fact table, like the different values which are related with the primary key. The different values which are related with the primary key. So for today's data, what are the primary key and the foreign key? In the cookie types, you can have cookie types as a primary key. In the customers, we can have customer ID as a primary key. Orders, we have order ID as a primary key. In the fact table, you will observe the metrics data. In the dimension, you will observe the different attributes. So how you are going to create a model? Let me explain the same. So once the data is imported, so you go to the model view. The good thing is that Power BI automatically creates the relationships based on the data type. But if there are not, the relationships are not created, then you need to do it manually. Now, in this case, you will observe orders and the customer relationship is already present. So I want to see what type of relation it is. So you just click on this. You will get the details on the right hand side. Okay, what is the relation? It is many to one. So one customer can order different products. So that's the relation. That's the reason the relation is many to one. Now, how we can get the relationship between cookie types and the orders? So you just arrange this customers. This will be our fact table, because in the orders table you will have the sales amount. So the fact table should be center, and you just try to bring it here. Okay, now please focus. This is fact table and these are our dimensions. Now we have a one column in the cookie type as a cookie types as a cookie name, and here also it is given as a product. So you just try to create a relation. Okay, good. And if I want to check what kind of relation it is, you just click on this, you will able to see the details on the right hand side. So we have created the relationship between cookie type and the product. Order table is the fact table, which is at the center, whereas the dimensions are outside. Understood this point? This is a simple data model which we are going to use. Fact table should be at the center. Fact table contains the metrics data, sales amount, whereas the dimension, the attributes, these are outside. Please confirm whether you understood this. In Power BI, you will observe that based on data, few relationships will be automatically enabled or will form. Once this is done, you will go to table view. Now what we will do? We will try to enhance the data model. Let me explain the concept first, and then again we will come back to the table view. So previously we were on model view. Now we are discussing the table view. So let me explain on the present using the presentation, and then again we will go back to the Power BI. Okay, enhance the model with calculation. So when I say calculation, we are going to use data analysis expression. We will create some calculated fields and the measures. Calculated fields, that is row by row calculation. Measures, it is a summation or the aggregation. Now, what are the different calculated fields we are going to add? First one, for the sales amount. Now, this is a simple maths. You all will be able to correlate this. I want to calculate the sales, row by row calculation. So what I will do, I will take the revenue times the units sold. But the problem is that revenue is in different table and the units sold are in the different table. So which DAX expression we are going to use? We will use related. Related in order to get the revenue from one table and the units sold from the other table. So let me explain one more time. Please focus. This is very simple. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to calculate the sales. But the problem is that revenue is in one table and the units sold are in the other table. So where is our revenue present? Revenue amount is present here in the cookie types table. This is our revenue per cookie. And where are the units sold? Units sold are present in the orders table. Getting this point? But we want to calculate the sales. That is row by row. So let's see how we can do the same in the Power BI. So you go to the data table view. In the table view, click on orders. In the orders table, you will able to see customer ID, order ID, product, units sold, and the date. I want to create one new column. So I will just click on new column. Then I will write down here calculated sales. But for this calculated sales, what we want the revenue per cookie, but that is present in the other table. So what function I'm going to use? I'm going to use related. So these are the functions present in the DAX. So you click on related. Once you click on related, you will get like what you want. So I want from the cookie types table revenue per cookie. So I will just click on this and execute this. Okay. So you got this value, right? But we want calculated sales. Again, you go back to this and times this, you are going to do units sold. So where is unit sold? It is in the orders table. You just execute this. Okay, good. So now we got calculated sales. If it was in the single table, it was very easy because what we will do, revenue per cookie times the units sold. Very simple math. But the problem was that the revenue was in different table and the units sold are present in the different table. So for that condition, you need to use the related. Now you will observe this is a row by row calculation. That's the reason it is called as a calculated field. Getting this point? Okay, next one. Focus on the presentation. So we have done with the calculated field using the related function. One more column we will add. We will try to get the calculated cost because sales value we got. Now we will calculate the cost. So let's go back to the Power BI. Again, the same procedure you are going to do. Whatever columns we are adding, those are all in the orders table. Click on new column. Okay, then what I will write down here, I want row by row calculation. So I will just write here calculated cost because I want to get the profit also. Calculated cost. But the problem is that data is not in the single table. So you will again use related. Related. What we want now, for previous scenario, we have considered revenue. Now this time we will consider cost per cookie. I will just click on this. Okay, I got cost per cookie. Cost per cookie. But I don't want this. I want the calculated cost. So what I will do? I will do times the unit sold. And we just execute this. Okay, good. Now we have a calculated sale, calculated cost. So please tell me how I will get a profit. Simple question. I have a calculated sale value. I have a calculated cost value. How I can get the profit? Anybody? Good. So what you will do? You will subtract sale cost value from the sales value. That's the correct answer. Very good. So we will again add one more column. Now in this column, what we are going to do? We will write down calculated profit because it is a row by row. So I will just click on this calculated profit. So for calculated profit, what I will be doing? Calculated sales minus calculated cost. So I will just type here sales. So you will get orders, calculated sales. You are taking the calculated sales column from the orders table. First, it will show table and the column. I will again repeat. Orders is our table. Calculated sales is a column. I will click on this. Then I'm going to subtract. Again, you click on cost. So we want orders table and the calculated cost table column. I will just execute this. Good. So I got the calculated profit now. So these are our calculated fields. Calculated sale, calculated cost, calculated profit. Understood this? Data is simple, so you can also correlate with this data, or you will able to get the concepts. Okay, good. Now the next one. We are done with the calculated field. Now we want to get the measures. That is the summation or the total value for each. We will try to get the measure for sales. We will try to get the measure for cost. We will try to get the measure for profit also. These values will not be shown here. These values will reflect in the report. Whatever the measure we are going to get now, those all will be used in the reports. Am I audible? Is audio fine? Please tell me if there is any issue. Should we proceed? Please mute. Okay, okay, good, no problem. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are done with the calculated sale, calculated cost, calculated profit. Now let's try to create three more calculations, that is measures. Let me explain on the present. Let me explain using the presentation, and then again we will come back here. Okay, now please focus. So we are done with this calculated sales, then the calculated cost. Now the next thing is we want to get the total sales. This will be our measure. Similarly, we will try to get the total cost. This will be our second measure. And the same thing we are going to do for the profit also. So let me explain on the table using the table. Okay, good. So what I will do, you click on home. If you click on home, you will get new measure here. So if you go to the new measure, what is written there? Write a DAX expression that calculates a value from your data. So I will just click on new measure. And as I mentioned, those values are not reflected here. You will able to see these values in the reports. So the first measure we are going to have, that is total sales. So how I will get the total sales? I will use the sum function, sum of calculated sales. So these are the three columns which we have added now. So I want sales. So I will just click on calculated sales and you execute this. Where this measure you will able to see on this side, right hand side. This is the measure value in the reports. One more, total sale, total cost, total profit. Again, I will go to the new major. Function is simple also, only the sum function we are using. Again, I will write down total cost. I will use the sum. Then I will just type cost, so it will give me the calculated. I want calculated cost. You just click on this and execute. So where you will able to see these entries on the right hand side, total cost, total sales. One more we are going to add, total profit. Why we are doing it? Because if we use the filter or the slicer, then we should able to see the how the values are different, because calculated values are static in nature. Those are not going to change. Sum, then again calculated. This time you will use the calculated profit and you execute this. So whatever entries we have done, so you are able to see these on the right hand side. Understood this? So we are done with the DAX expression. Let me explain one more time. Just a minute. Let me remove this portion. Okay, please observe now. We are done with the calculated sales, total sales, calculated cost, total cost, then calculated profit, total profit. Now there are two more functions we are going to use. I want the number of customers. So what we will use? We will use the distinct count for the customers. And we can also get the total orders also. Why we are using the distinct? Because if you use distinct, it will eliminate the duplicate entries. So that's the reason we are going to use the distinct count. So let's try to run this query also, or this DAX expression. So again, you will go to new major, or let me explain this on the reports view so that you will also able to get it. Please note, you can run the new major in the reports view also. First one is a model view, second one is a table view, third one is the report view. Now please remember the sequence. We have followed get data. From the get data, Power Query Editor. In the Power Query Editor, data was clean, data was prepared. After Power Query Editor, we have created a data model. After data model, we went to the table view. In the table view, we have added the three columns and we have used the different tax expressions. Now we are on a report view and I'm going to explain how you can get the distinct count of customers. Again, you click on new major. Okay, once you click on new major, you will able to see here the name. So here I want the name. I'm going to modify the name. Total customers. I want total customers. Then you will able to see format option is there, data category is there. If currency is there, you can modify the currency. If you just click on this dollar sign, it will show different currencies. Here it is. Display the values. You just click on this. So these are the different currencies available. How we got this option? In the report view, when we click on new major. Let's say if you want to represent, oh, hold on, just, I hope that, yeah, it is here. So whatever entry we are going to create, it will come to the right hand side. So this is our entry, total customers. You again click on this, you will get the same options. Getting this point? Total customers. We have not executed the, we have not used the DAX expression yet. If you want in the percentage, we can convert it to the percentage also. Now I will write down the expression. So the DAX expression is a distinct count. So I will just type DIS. So it will give me distinct. And below that, distinct count is there. So I will just click on distinct count. We want a distinct count of customer ID. So here is the customer ID. I will just click on customer ID and I will execute this. Okay, now it is added. But I want to see like how many customers are there. So what I will do, I will select a visualization. Let's select the card. Now this is our card. We want to see the number of customers. So it's a drag and drop. So these are the customers. So you just drag and drop here. So there are only 5 customers are present. Getting this point? So we have used the distinct one. Now I will remove this and we are going to create a interactive dashboard. We are done with the data model. We are done with the data analysis expression. Now the next part is the visualization. So let's see what are our objectives. As per our objectives, we are going to create a visualization. So I will again go back to the slides. Now, what is our first objective or the task? Performance of each cookie per city. Why total customer is in the cookie type table. Okay, that's not an issue because I have selected that as the reason. You can have that in the cookie types also, customers also, or the orders also. Because when you are in the table view, if you click on the respective table, you can add the major there. Getting this point? You can again go back to the table view. If you don't want customers, you want customers in the customer section, you can do that. So what you need to do, you just need to delete from the model. Delete this. And if you want the entry in the customers table, so you select the customers table, and then you click on new major. Then you write down here total customers. So it will give us distinct count and the customer ID. So you're able to see now it is in the customer table. Understood this? So in the reports view, I have selected the cookie types. That's the reason that entry was in the cookie types. So now you will able to see the entry in the total customers. Okay, again, let's go back to the report view. Let's focus on our objectives. As per our objectives or as per the actions, needed actions, we will try to create a visualization. So again, I will go back to the slides. Now we want to see performance of each cookie per city. So what we will do, we will select the data as a cookie type, city, and the unit sold. So let me explain this. And we will try to get the answers for these questions also. What are the questions we have here? We want to get the answers for which city has the highest sale. In which city fortune cookie is highest selling. And in which city the oatmeal region is list selling. So we will try to get the answers for these questions also. So let's go back to the report view. In order to make it simple, what I will do first, I will select a table. From the visualizations, I will select a table. Now in the table, drag and drop. So we want a cookie for each city. How much is the sale? So you will take cookie type first. You are going to add. Then we will add city. Where is the city present? City is present in the customers table. So I will just drag and drop city. Then what is the next thing I want? I want units sold. So you just go to the orders table. So you will have the units sold. Units sold is the last option here. So I will just drag and drop the units sold. Okay, here you will get the different data, cookie type, CT, and the sum of units sold. Now, what is the best visualization for this? So we are trying to compare the data. So let's go with this line and clustered column chart. So if you click on this, what you will get? You will get a beautiful visualization. So I will just expand this so that we will try to get the answers for the questions. Now, what do you think? Which cookie is the most selling and in which city? What do you think? The best selling cookies, which one? Is it a chocolate, sugar, white chocolate, oatmeal, fortune? Look at the graph and tell me which cookie is best selling. Okay, let's see the answer. Yes, it's a chocolate chip. That's the correct answer. And in which city it is most selling? Green Bay. That's the correct answer. Good, good. Okay. Now, I want to filter this data, or I want to see for each city what is the data. So how we can do that? So you just minimize this. There is an option slicer. If you click on this, so we will try to add one slicer. Let's add this. And in the slicer, as I mentioned, for each city, I want to see the comparison between the different cookies. So what I will do, once I selected this, I will just add the city, drag and drop. So where is the city? City is in the customers table. Drag and drop. Okay, let's see. What is the scenario for Green Bay? You just click on this. So you will able to see for the Green Bay. Chocolate chip is the most selling. How much is how many units are sold? You will get the value also. Getting this point? Similarly, we can explore the other options. Seattle, we can explore. We can explore Salt Lake also. So this is the importance of a slicer. So I will just have a slicer on one side. Okay, we are done with the first one. Any doubts for this? So what comparison is shown here? Cookie for each city and how much is the sale, sum of units sold. Let's go for the next task if there is a no doubt. This data is very simple, so you will able to correlate. But if there is any question, please feel free to share the same. Okay, let's go back to the next one. So performance of each cookie per city is done. Now, the next one. Analyze the number of sales in each of the states or the city. So instead of states, I will consider city because we have a data city-wise. So we will see for each city, how much is the sale, and we will try to use the visualization type as a map. Why we are going to use the map? Because we will able to analyze the geographical data in order to get the more insights. Okay, let's go back to the Power BI. Again, if you want to analyze, if you want to make it more simple, select the table, and in the table, what we are going to do, we will select the city. Now this time I'm going to take the major because I want to see for each city how much is the sale. So where is our major? It is here, total sales in the orders table. So I will just drag and drop here. Okay, now we got for each city how much is the sale. But I mentioned that I want to use the visualization as a map. So select this and you just click on map. Map is here. So you will able to see geographical data. But I am not able to identify which one is a Green Bay, which one is a Salt Lake or Seattle. So what we need to do, we need to format this. Where is the format option? In the visualization, the first option is the add data. Second one is the format. You go to format and just click on category labels. Now it's good that we are able to see the names also, right? If you want to modify the colors, we can modify the colors also. So in the format, you will observe the different options. So I will just pull this and I will put it here. Now the good thing is that if you select the green bay, so both these data will show for the green bay. So you just select this green bay. So this will display data for Green Bay. Because if I am a business analyst and I want to explain this data to the stakeholder, then I can use the slicer. What is the scenario for Green Bay? What is the scenario for Seattle? Or what is the scenario for Salt Lake City? Understood this? Any doubts? So the first visualization is how many cookies are sold for each city. Second one is total sales by city. Understood? Is there any doubt? Okay, let's go for the next one. If you want to make it more interactive, we can go to view also. In the view, you will observe the different themes. So I will select one. Let me select this. And you can adjust the size also. Because you are going to share this report. So the stakeholder should also able to analyze this. So it should be in an easy format. Okay, we are done with this. Now, let's go for the next objective or the task. Analyze the number of sales in each city. This is done. Now, what is the next one? Next one, we want to see what is the sale for 2019 and 2020. That is the data we have. So it is a time series data. So for the time series data, we will use the line chart. We want to see for each cookie how the sale is varying for 2019 and 20. So let's go back to the Power BI. So what I will do, I will click on line chart. So where is the line chart? Line chart is here. This is the line chart. Click on line chart. Now what we want for 2019 and 20, what is the sale of each cookie? So how we are going to select that? We will add date to the x-axis. To the y-axis, we are going to add total sales, and we will use the legend as a cookie type. So let me explain all these options. One more time, I will repeat. X-axis date, y-axis total sales, and the legend cookie type. So let's see what we will get. So where these options are present, you will observe these options below the visualization. X-axis, y-axis, and this is the legend. X-axis, I will just drag date and I will drop here. Then y-axis. Y-axis, we are going to get the total sales. And then we are left with the legend. Legend, we want the cookie type. Where is the cookie type? It is in the cookie types table. So you just drag and drop on the legend. But this is looking different, right? How to analyze this? So what I will do, you just focus on date. Date is given as a year, quarter, month, and the day. So we have only 2 years, 2019 and 20. So you can remove this year, you can remove the quarter, you can remove the day. So keep it only month-wise. So you will able to see this trend. Again, I will just resize this because I want to add a few more points. So you will see the variation for each cookie in the 2019 and the 20. Okay, one more thing we will do. Now I want to see how this data is going to vary as per the cookie type. So what you can do, you need to again add one more slicer. And for this slicer, you add cookie type. So let's see for the chocolate chip, how the data is going to be, how the data is going to vary. So I will just click on chocolate chip. So you will see in all visualization, data is going to be changed. Getting this point? If I click on, let's say, oatmeal raisin, this data will vary. If I click on fortune cookie, so you will get to know like how the data is going to be different. Understood this? I will resize this because I want to add a few more visualizations. Okay, let's see. What is the next one? Next task we will discuss. Yes, rightly pointed out. This seems to be month-wise data, not year-wise. Yes. So for that, what you can do, I will just, yeah, you rightly pointed out. This is month-wise. I will just uncheck, I will just remove this and again I will add the date. Okay, now this time what I will do, I will just remove the quarter and day. Quarter and the day. So you will observe now month also and the year also. Now it's a good one, right? Good, rightly pointed out. Previously it was monthly. Now this data is year and month, both. Okay, we are done with this. Now let's go for the next one. Next one more visualization we are going to add. How much is the profit? So we will see for each cookie, what is the profit we have. So let's go back to the Power BI. If you want to make it more simple, you again go for table first so that you will get to know what data we are going to add. So we want profit for each cookie. So first you select cookie type, and we have already calculated the measure for profit. So where it is in the orders table, total profit. You just drag and drop. You will get the total profit. Now, which type of visualization we will use here? We can go for bar chart also, or if you want pie chart, we can use the pie chart also. Let's use the pie chart. So this is the one more visualization we got. Now here we have a percentage also, and how much is the sale also. Both the values are there. So this is the total profit for each cookie.
तो रिजाइन नहीं लेते वैसे अनपेड लीव यहाँ पे होती है वैसे अनपेड
Understood this? Good. Now you can use the slicer in order to analyze the data. Let's say click on chocolate chip. So you will get to know what is the profit, what is the variation, and the geographical location, also geographical data, and the sum of units sold. Okay, now what we will do, we will add a few cards in order to see how the profit is going to vary, how the sales is going to vary. So what we can do for that? Let me take this here, both the slices below here. I will go to cards. Where is the card? Here it is. So I will just click on card. Now I want to see first the total sales. I want to see the total sales. So I will just drag and drop. Now you will be able to see the total sales value 4.69. One more we will add. Let's add a total cost or total profit we will add because we are interested in sales and the profit. So what I need to do, I need to check outside because if you click on this, it will again change. So if you want to add new, click outside. Click outside, then again you click on card. It will add one more card here. So for this, I want to add the total profit. Just drag and drop. This is our total profit, total sales, total profit. But I want to see for chocolate chip, how much is the sale, how much is the profit. So you just click on chocolate chip. This data is going to change. Why it is changing? Because it is our measure. That is a dynamic in nature. But the calculated column, it is going to be same. Similarly, you can check for other also like fortune cookie. This data will be different. I want to see for each city, how much is the sale, how much is the profit. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I will do, I will just click on Green Bay. So what I So for Green Bay, I will get the total sale, I will get the total profit. Similarly, you can go for Salt Lake City. So you will get to know what is the sale, what is the total profit, what is the variation. So looking at the data, you will able to take the actions. Now, one thing we are missing here, there is a no title. So how you can add a title? Go to home. There is an option text box. You click on text box. Then adjust the size. First, we will write down. So what is our company name? That is a ABC company. ABC cookie sales dashboard. Let's modify the size. So you can go here because if you are familiar with the Excel, then you will find Power BI more easy. If you want to modify this, you can modify this also. Let me put it here. So this is our ABC cookies sales dashboard. Getting this point? So we have tried to create a simple dashboard. Now, if you want to analyze the data, so you can go for each city. If you click on Green Bay, the data is going to be display for the Green Bay. If you want in the Green Bay, if you want to focus on chocolate chip, so data will change as per the selection. Now, once this report is created, so you want to share this with the stakeholder. So where is the option for that? You need to click on publish. So let me explain what will happen if you click on publish. Let's say our report is done now. So we want to share with the stakeholder. So click on publish. It will ask you, do you want to save your changes? Save. Let's give the name that is ABC cookies sales dashboard. Save this. You will get a location also. It will save in the OneDrive documents. Save. Now let me enter the email ID. Hold on. What happened to this? Yeah. So it will take time. And I think the internet connection is also slow.
वाट लावली माझ्या नावाची.
Any doubts? So you need to sign in. Just a minute. I will just sign in and then I will show. Hold on. So we are done with the dashboard. Please let me know if there is any doubt. I will just log in. So file I have shared, whatever the steps we have performed, those are given in the presentation. So you can also try this, try creating this. Just a moment. It is taking time to log in and to open the Power BI. Power BI service, it is an online platform where you are going to publish the report. Let me check if it is done. Okay, let me share. It is taking time, but I will explain how the Power BI. Okay, there is a one doubt. Okay, hold on. Let me explain this. Uh, yes, yes. Okay, slicers you want to see. Okay, no problem. Let me explain one more time. Let me delete this slicer. We have added slicer for city, so I will delete this. How you can delete this? You just click on right, three dots will be there, remove. Now click outside. Here is the option for slicer. This is the one. There is a one more option, slicer new. So I will click on this, or it is a drag and drop also. If you click on this, you will get the slicer. Now in this slicer, we want city. So you just drag city and drop here. This is the first option. What options we will get when we click on new slicer? So it is given in the vertical form. So when I click on new slicer, this will change. You will get in this form. So let's go with this because it is taking less space, the previous one. Now, when we have shared this, how it looks, let me share. So this is our Power BI service online. Okay, now users will able to see this. So you will share the report with the different users. Now, once it is published, so those who are having the Power BI account or the mobile app, they will able to see. This is also interactive dashboard. The online dashboard is also interactive. So if you click on different options, data you will get as per the selection. So this is the free version which I am using. Okay, any doubts? We are done with this. So this was our dashboard. Now, based on our analysis, what are the recommendations we are going to provide? So let me see whether you are able to correlate or remember the same. The first one, chocolate chip cookie is the best selling product. So what will be our recommendation? More effort or strategy should be implemented to drive sales of chocolate chip across all cities. Second observation, fortune cookies sale is very less. So we can remove it or less focus on the fortune cookies. Then if you observe the trend, there is a drop in sales across all products in Feb, May, August, and November. So that time we can offer more discounts or we can run the promotional events so that there will be increase in the sales. And where the company should open the branch, it should be Green Bay. So these are the actionable insights we got from the dashboard. And we have not used advanced DAX queries. We have used the simple DAX queries, and the data modeling was also very simple. Okay, are there any questions or you want me to repeat any point? Slicer, I have repeated. Any other point? So we have a time, so you can share the doubts. Or if you want me to explain any visualization, please tell. Okay, there is a one question. After public, I'm using the free version, so that's the reason I think there are the options are not displayed for me. Why public map? Yeah, that's the reason I think map was not there. Map and field map visuals are not enabled for your because I'm using the free version. You will observe here error also. These are not enabled for your organization. Contact your admin. Because Power BI desktop is a free. For the other applications, Power BI Pro, we need to pay. Good. Any other doubt? So we have discussed how to import the data. After importing, we will go to Power Query Editor in order to clean and prepare the data. Once the Power Query Editor is done, we will go to Data Model. In the data model, we will try to create the relationships. Please note, data model should be simple and we have used the star schema. That is, fact table was at the center and the dimensions around the fact table. After that, we have used the different DAX expression, data analysis expression. And then the last part was visualization. In the visualization, I should be very clear what are the questions data should answer or what actionable insights we are looking for. As per that, you are going to create a dashboard. Power BI installation manual, the document I will share. It's a simple one. Power BI, I will share like what is the configuration needed, how much is the RAM you needed. Okay, good. Are there any questions left? I hope you all understood how to create a dashboard. In tomorrow's session, we are going to discuss one more tool that is a Tableau. So we are done with the Power BI. So you can explore Power BI and if there are any doubts, please feel free to share the same. Okay, good. Amar, we are done with the session. If there are any instructions, please share.
Yeah, sure. So dear participants, all the notes day 1 to day 4 are uploaded there over the LMS, so you can access that. If the practice files are there, you are able to download, so you can download that and practice on your own. Coming to the attendance, couple of times I already shared the attendance link in the chat box. So a few of the participants, if still they're not marked their attendance, I'm sharing that once again. Please mark your attendance and share your valuable feedback as well. And if you have any query or question for me, please let me know in the chat box. I will help you on the same. Can we get the recordings? Yes, recordings are already available over there on the LMS. You can access that. App is asking for sign. You can just cross that. Just cut and you can reopen. Kapil Misa, if you are done with your registration successfully, then we already given you the access. Please share the PPT. Yes. So Dr. Surendra sir, we uploaded all the material over the LMS. Then check your email. You already received an email from the XLR team. I have not marked my first day attendance, sir. Can we get the link for the first day? How it's possible? We are not able to go in the past. No one is able to go in the past, right? Vicky Chaudhary present. So Vicky Chaudhary, it's not be like if you have to share your name and it will be present. You have to mark your attendance using Google Form. Yeah, sure. Yes, I'm sharing the attendance and feedback link is the same only. I'm unable to open the attendance link. So you can copy that link and you can paste it over any of browser if it's not reverting. Please send session 3 feedback and attendance link. Neha's iPhone. It's not possible because see, as I informed that the attendance link used to open for 1 hour, 4:30 to 5:30. If today's attendance also you are going to ask for after 5:30, then also it's not available. So you have to mark in the session in between 4:30 to 5:30 only. You will get Ruchi Gupta, you will get the study material over the LMS. Sir, this form is already present in Excel login. Yes, it's already there. You can fill it from anywhere. Just make sure that 60% attendance is mandatory. Can you please provide some data sets for practice today's session? Yes, we already uploaded that data set over the LMS. I already filled. Very good. Thank you. LMS link you can check over your email if you are done with your registration successfully. Sorry. All of you will get the material over the LMS. A registration link. Now we are on last day tomorrow. Yeah, no problem. I will share that. Day one tutorial. Yes, all things uploaded over the LMS. You will get the recorded sessions, material, PPTs, PDFs, practice files, everything. I have not received the LMS link over the mail through the I have Register, kindly share me the link. You can drop an email to edl@xlab.com. Then team will check your status of your LMS profile. Okay. And there is any glitch, they will help you on the same. Yes, I sent the attendance form. Anything else? Any another query? Mail ID is edl@xlr.com. You will get over there only. No, you can use a same email ID every day to mark your attendance. If you're going to use two or three email IDs, different email IDs, it will create a 2 3 different accounts. And the combination of all that, no one is going to do that, right? So your attendance not going to be 60%. So that will be problematic to generate the certificate. So it's my humble request, use only one email ID to submit your attendance on a daily basis. Attendance link, send me. Sure. Okay, so on this note, thank you so much, participants, for joining the session, and we'll see you on tomorrow at the same time. So, bye.